Okay, so what we're after today, we're getting into chapter 3. We're going to be discussing relationships between separate lines. Now, y'all should already have these definitions from previous homework assignments in your notes. We've got some terms, let's make sure we're familiar with. Parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Lines, and it's not just lines that never intersect. We need to also add this, coplanar lines that never intersect. All right? They're coplanar. And you'll understand why here in just a little bit. But coplanar lines, coplanar lines that never intersect. Never intersect, okay? Parallel lines. That should be differentiated from, and I don't know if it's in this section or not, skew lines. I talked to you all about skew lines the other day. I'm going to go ahead and add this to your list. If it's not in your list already, it probably is in the chapter somewhere. You're going to have to look extensively at this. These are non-coplanar lines that never intersect. They're not parallel. All right? They're not parallel. Okay? They're non-coplanar. They never intersect, okay? So, again, envision a line that would exist in a plane, let's say, suggested by the ceiling in this classroom that runs north and south. Consider the plane suggested by the floor, a line running east and west. Those lines would not be parallel, but they would also never intersect either. Skew lines. All right? Now, perpendicular lines. What are perpendicular lines?
They all intersect at right angles.
Yeah, they intersect at right angles. They form right angles, right? Now, there is a symbol that we use for perpendicular, and it is mentioned here in the book. That, like upside down T, means perpendicular, okay? So if I were to see a situation S perpendicular to L, that means line S perpendicular to line L. That might look something like this. You've got two lines here. Say this one was S, this was L, and there'd be a little box there indicating that they're intersecting at right angles, okay? So that would be how we would picture that. Okay? Parallel planes. What are parallel planes? Yep. Yeah, so again, parallel planes. Planes that never intersect. So the plane suggested again by the ceiling and the floor never would intersect in theory. Okay? I mean, I say that because, they're not exactly parallel. If you extend it, if they're just 1 degree off, if you extend them forever, eventually somewhere down there, they're going to intersect, and we're going to assume that that's not the case. So parallel planes. Now, a line perpendicular to a plane. This concept here, line, I'm going to use that symbol for perpendicular instead of writing the word out. Line perpendicular to a plane. Okay? What do we mean by that? What is a line perpendicular to a plane? Lines can intersect planes in a number of ways, right? Okay. So what do we mean by a line perpendicular to a plane? They intersect at right angles, right? That's what we mean. Where the point of intersection of a line with a plane, it forms right angles with every single line contained in that plane, that the point that it has in common. That intersecting line with the lines in that plane. Let's go over to page 110. Page 110. Okay? The guided practice. Number 1. How are skew lines and parallel lines alike? So it is discussed in here. I'm going so fast I didn't see it. It's in there somewhere. How are skew lines and parallel lines alike? I'm on page 110. How are they alike?
Skew lines, they don't intersect the plane. Parallel lines, plane, and then parallel lines, they don't intersect.
So how are they alike? How are skew lines and parallel lines alike? They never intersect. Yeah, you're on the right track there. All right? They never intersect. How are they different? No. How are they different? Yes, John.
Coplanar and non-coplanar.
That's correct. Parallel lines are coplanar. Okay? This, by the way, is the symbol for parallel. It's like two vertical lines by each other. I'm going to use that. Parallel lines are coplanar. Okay? Few lines are not. That's how they're different. All right? Now, number two. Fill in the blank with parallel or perpendicular to make the statement true. So, yeah, let me say this first up for just a moment. This symbol right here means parallel, right? This symbol right here means perpendicular. So get familiar and used to seeing those two symbols, because you'll see them quite often in the textbook. You need to know what they mean to read the directions for working problems properly. Okay, so number two, fill in the blank with parallel or perpendicular to make the statement true. So not the words, but the symbol. Like you need to read yourself, right? If you wrote the word down, I'm not going to call it wrong, but it's going to be easier for you if you use the symbol. Number two, line K. That line K, what is it? Parallel or perpendicular to line M?
Parallel.
You see that?
Perpendicular.
They're perpendicular, right? So line K and line M are perpendicular. So I would expect to see that symbol right there, right? What about number three? Line M and then line L. What do you think about that one? Perpendicular or parallel?
Parallel.
Which one?
Parallel.
Yeah, they're going to be parallel, aren't they? So use that symbol right there. Right, the parallel symbol. And that's how you'll work those here. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to stop. I'm going to give you your assignment. You're going to finish the guided practice through number 5, and then I want you to go down below that, and you're going to work problems 9 through. They're going to be problems 9 through 19. So from page 110 to 111, you'll do. What I want to see is from page 110 to 111. We've not done 1, 2, and 3 up here for you. We're going to say your assignment is 1 through 19. That's not a huge assignment. It gives you a chance to make sure that you have an adequate amount of time to study for the test over chapters 1 and 2 on Monday, and also gives you time to complete the list of theorems for chapters 3 and 4 in the vocabulary chart. All right? But of course, make sure this gets done. This is not a huge assignment. This is what I'm going to be checking for Monday before your Friday work goes. See who gets Friday school. All right? So get this done. It shouldn't take you long.
Yeah.
And then make sure you're ready for that test on Monday. Study those 2 chapter reviews. Page 44, 45 for chapter 1. Pages 95 through 97 for chapter 2. Okay? All right.